I'm tired of these fucking ghosts in my fucking house. By Cryptid Musings. Why are renters so inconsiderate? I mean, if she'd just thrown flour all over the room, or kicked out the walls, or even ripped out the wiring, that'd be one thing. No! This jerk had to infest my house with ghosts. How do you even remove ghosts from a house? Is there some sort of paranormal exterminator or something? It's not like that was my first time renting the largest bedroom out to someone. I'm not a complete noob at this. The rent is about half the bills. I do the average yearly plan, so it doesn't fluctuate much. Plus, a little extra to help cover household necessities like food, cleaning chemicals. I have an entire house to put my belongings in, and the largest bedroom also has its own exterior door to the outside world. It's totally fair, and generous even. Yet this last roommate barely lasted 2 months before I had to tell her to move out. She'd been getting fined for breaking the frost pine bellows, and she was refusing to pay her rent. Instead, she offered me a tarot card reading. If I didn't need the cash to keep up with the bills, I wouldn't be renting the room out. It started pretty mild. Phantom smoke in the kitchen, nearly suffocating me, and cold spots in the living room that followed me wherever I went, and a bathroom that wouldn't warm up. I thought maybe it was some mundane issue. So I had scheduled a guy to search my house for drafts and asked my neighbor to move their bonfire a bit further from my house. Then I began hearing things. I'd be in the kitchen, cutting vegetables for dinner, or the bathroom shaving my legs, and suddenly I'd hear a blood-curdling scream in my ear. Of course, nobody was there, and I definitely nicked myself a few times. But my poor heart just can't take all this screaming. The persistent static in the living room is the worst. I can't even tune it out with headphones blaring music in my ears. At this point, I left the house for the night and scheduled a guy to come in and check for poisoning. I saw the post-it notes thread too, so it definitely came to my mind. However, my house came back clean, and the guy investigating noticed the same things that I'd been noticing, so it definitely wasn't in my head. I began to get really scared. I don't know much about ghosts, except for how scary Hollywood can make them sound, and I don't want to die, you know? So I called my local metaphysical shop. Actually, I called the lady that lived down the road from me. She ran her shop out of her house and had a special permit to do so. The other lady who has a permit runs an adoption agency for doormats. It's really quite endearing to visit. Though she hung up on me when I asked if she had a doormat that ate ghosts. Madame Kazan did her rounds through the house, wafting smoke in every room and swiping the air while chanting inaudibly. I say inaudibly, but if I got close enough, I could probably hear the words, and I just really didn't want to get in her way. I thought everything was finally done. 2 days later, the ghost decided to step it up another notch. Every time I go into my living room, things have been knocked off of their location and scattered along the floor, as if a whirlwind blew through my room. In the kitchen, the cabinet doors and drawers slam, but never while I'm looking, though they have managed to hit me if I was standing too close to the one that decided to slam open or closed. The bathroom has begun to produce bloody water. Doesn't matter if I shower or bathe, the water is very bloody. Yes, I have called a plumber. No, there's nothing wrong with my pipes. They can't figure it out either. But they still charged me for the visit. I've been pretty terrified, and if I hadn't received this house from my great Aunt Lucy, I would have sold and abandoned it by now. I've already received a notice from Karen that if she gets too many more complaints about the screams in my house, she will have to issue me a fine for breaking the peace. I finally realized that it was my former roommate last night. I don't know how she's doing all of this. Maybe it's a spell. Maybe she summoned spirits. But I know that's her. My house has begun one final addition. Mirror tricks. Scattered throughout the house. It started about a week ago. I was brushing my teeth when I watched my head fall off. Immediately, I grabbed both sides of my head as I leapt from the mirror, nearly poking my eye out with the toothbrush. I cursed at the mirror and hastily finished brushing. Another night, I watched as my eyeballs rolled out of my head. Obviously still there, but terrifying. I decided to cover that mirror and use the one in my bedroom for everything to avoid these tricks. While brushing my hair, my skin began melting off of my face. I panicked and patted my face, screaming and crying. Then I noticed something. I could see my former roommate in the bottom corner of the mirror. It was only visible in the reflection, and she was laughing uncontrollably. Hell, maybe she is the deceased haunting the place and giving me as much hell as possible. I honestly have no idea what's going on here. That's why I'm reaching out to you, the experts, to help me. I will pay any amount you ask upon confirmation that all the causes of haunting have been removed from the premise and prevented from returning. I can't sleep at home, nor do I feel safe within its walls. I've got a lot of good memories in this home, most of them including Great Aunt Lucy. I don't want to abandon it, but I'm tired of these fucking ghosts in my fucking house!
And now, for all the times that I fucked up, or as some people like to call it, the blooper reel. By Cryptid Musings.
Why are renters so inconsiderate? I mean, if you, Wow, we're off to a good start. No! This jerk had to infest my house with ghosts. How do you even get... Why are renters so inconsiderate? I mean, if she'd just thrown flour over her... Gods. Maybe this is not a good time to record. Why are renters so inconsiderate? I mean, if she'd just thrown flour over... Yet this last roommate barely lasted 2 months before I had to tell her to move out. She'd been getting fined... What has she been getting? Fuck. She'd been getting fined for breaking the frost pine, not times. Fuck. Cold spots in the living room that filled me with, followed me wherever I went. God, fuck. And a bathroom that wouldn't warm up. I thought maybe it was something. I thought maybe it was something mundane. No, I didn't say that right. And suddenly I'd hear blood-curdling scream in my ear. Of course, nobody was there, and definitely Nick... Oh, gods. Let's just start this over. Then I began hearing things. I'd been in the kitchen, but my poor heart just can't take all this screaming. The persistent static in the living room is the worst. I can't even tune it out with headphones, blaring music in my ear. I fucked up the timing. Take 2 on that line. At this point, I left the house for the night and scheduled a guy to come in and check for that poisoning. Am I interpreting it? Is that... I don't know if that's right. Oh, I see. That needs to be removed, and it just needs to be poisoning. That was confusing. Rewriting. Slight edit coming forward. Alright, now ready for take whatever. At this point, I left the house for the night and scheduled a guy to come in and check for poisoning. I saw I don't know much about ghosts, except how scary Hollywood could make them. I had thought. There's no had. It's thought. We don't have thoughts, it just happens. Things have been knocked off their Oh dear gods, I should have thought that through before opening my mouth. As if a whirlwind blew through my room. The kitchen and the cabinet doors and drawers slam. I am so lost right now. The kitchen and cabinet drawers, not doors. There are no cabinet drawers. That would just be a drawer. Ugh. The kitchen and cabinet doors. I'm starving them. The bathroom has begun to produce bloody water. Doesn't matter if I shower or bathe. The water is very bloody. Side note, bloody is a very offensive word in the UK. Yes, I have called the... I've been pretty tired of... Or maybe someone's... Summoned, not someone's. Sides of my head as I leapt from the mirror, nearly poking my eye out with the toothbrush. I decided to cover up that mirror and use the one in my bedroom. Why? And she was laughing uncontrollably. Hell, maybe I could read the line properly if I just paid a little more attention. Hell, maybe she is the... Okay. I honestly have no idea what's going on here. That's why I'm That's why I'm reaching out to you, the experts, to help me. I can do that better. I will pay any amount you ask upon confirmation that all the causes of cases, not causes. All the cases of haunting have been removed from my premises. That's why I can't sleep at home, nor do I feel safe with its walls.